Alright, I'm showing you the best Misfortune build today. It is, I mean, if you know me, you probably also know what I think about Misfortune in any current game state. And of course, Mana Immune into Quick Blades is still so strong on this champion because she uses the attack damage incredibly well. We first of all want to farm a little. The big first power spike is once we finish Mana Immune, because then we already have lots of AD, even though it's not transformed yet. But first of all, let's get the CS and reach level 2 before the enemy does. This minion, okay, that's the Zyra. Yeah, farming against the Zyra is a little bit awkward sometimes. Oh, he hit a minion too. Yeah, we definitely take this fight. We're level 2, they're level 1. So we get a nice little advantage here. You don't start tier, you start Doran's Blade, precisely to be not as weak early game. And also because you don't really get any lifesteal in until third item. So you go Mana Immune into Quick Blades into Shield Bow. Only then do you have lifesteal. And then you definitely want % armor penetration. Lord Dominic's Regards, or sometimes the healing reduction item. Kinda minion. Got it. Ah, no bounce, not even the minion kill. Unlucky. Anyway, we just want to farm it up. I missed a little too many minions for nothing. Ah, top lane down. First blood gone. Almost lost that minion too. So you can be a little bit generous with your mana early game, because you do have biscuits. Even though you don't have tier yet, it's still fine to go for these Qs occasionally, or Thresh really aggressively getting that soul. Could have punished him harder. I thought he would go onto Zyra, but I also tunnel visioned on my minion. Gotta walk backwards. Ah, she gets hit. I have heal for her if she needs it. Okay, Thresh flashes. We actually came out ahead there. Massively. Thresh needs to base effectively now. You can't do anything. Zyra's though, so we also can't take advantage, really. Get this wave in. Well, if they base, then we still have the upper hand, because then we can push in the wave. But if Jhin stays, he will still be able to farm, so it's not as good for us as it should be or could be. Nunu is coming. Let's not get crushed by him. Okay, yeah, we saw him plenty beforehand, so it's fine. And Thresh wasn't there, so it would have been a 2v2. Which is fine. Not too threatening. Yeah, Thresh is back now, so now Nunu ganks will be actually quite nasty. I flashed this. Okay. Man, how could I make a mistake like this? I got Thresh hooked over nothing. Anyway. Would be boring if we just stomped, right? But this build, it will always carry. There's no doubt. It's so strong later on. Slight mistake in the early game and Thresh got the kill, so who cares, really? The main thing in a situation like this is you need to avoid tilt, because that can happen quite easily, and that loses you the game. This kill, not really. Anyway, I need to be super careful now. Both summoners on cooldown. But the good news is I didn't lose any minions there, because the wave was in a favorable state, and I can now start getting tier stacks. Almost got all of them, but these two are too awkward. Yeah, they get the first Drake there too, which also is not as bad. It's just one Drake. As long as they don't get the soul later on, we're fine. Alright, get these minions. We could push a little harder if we wanted to, but it's not strictly necessary. Just getting all our CS will be good enough. Keep going. Let's try to get this a little bit faster under tower, so we're not as vulnerable to potential Nunu gank without our summoner spells. Okay, we see Nunu topside, or mid-top, slash, you know. Yeah, we can now spam E as we have tier. Getting more stacks, also getting more Arcane Comet triggers for a little bit of pressure. Wait, this rune page is just genius. You have max AD with this, max utility as well, because you always have mana. And Misfortune with attack damage is just so crazy. especially when you can spam your spells with quick blades. Her ratios are insane. Clean. Yeah, we're mainly looking for these bounces. Walking up gets us hooked, gets us killed. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. I got so much damage and Thresh there just with these random Q bounces. And I can always afford to go for them. I have so much mana, even though it doesn't look like it. Still 200 mana, plus biscuits, which gets more mana back when I'm lower, and when I have more max mana, because it's percentage. So yeah, we can still spam our spells. Got ults? Actually, I might go for this. If Thresh walks up for a soul or something. Or for the cannon minion. Yeah, that's their heal. And lots of their health. He lives though. I can't touch him here. I don't have flash, I can't go after him. Man, had Zyra been a little more aggressive, we could have had him. It is what it is though. Anyway, it's still an advantage for us, because now Jhin is essentially alone in lane. And we can outpressure him in terms of farm. You'll see in just a second. Also, mana full band fully stacked, we still have a biscuit left. Yeah, I'll just keep pushing now to apply pressure and to make him miss farm. He's already down in CS. I made a big mistake in lane earlier and died, but I'm still up 20 CS essentially. And a plating. In a second will be 2 platings. Yeah, he had to base here, he'll lose all this farm. Just to show you, you don't need to actually kill the enemy to get an advantage. They killed me, and we still have the advantage in lane. It's crazy. This build has so much agency early on, even though you have this tier power trough. Oh, Zyra, don't get baited by this. Even though you have the tier power trough, we get another extra longsword here. Oh, this is the wrong order. Bloodthirster after Kraken, after Lord Doms. We need Lord Doms a little earlier, I think, in most games. Yeah, you have so much utility with your spells, and you have indirect damage, because you can afford to go for more Q bounces, which means over time in lane, even this mana will translate to damage. And it will pretty much directly translate to damage once we upgrade to Mana Immune. It's such an high AD item, you will see. Gotta be careful because I'm 1 versus 2. EQ combo, slowing them down, getting the minions lower so the Q crits, and they can't walk out of the cone. Yeah, nice damage on Thresh. And the damage will only keep growing as the game progresses. I hoped she would ult there so I could ult after her. That didn't happen. Would have been so much damage. Maybe even a kill. Or getting them out of lane again. So we can get even bigger CS advantage. Yo, Thresh, what are you doing? What are you doing? He thought he's going on a squishy Zyra, but I can just counter-engage him. Jhin was in no position to follow up there. I don't want to Q him here, it would take at least 1 tower shot, it's not worth. This I'll take though. Oh, Zyra. Pff. Careful. Careful, buddy. Okay, there we go. Again, Jhin is now a little bit lost, 1v2. We keep up the pressure, we don't want to let him breathe. And we take more platings as a result as well. This should be a plating either way. Yep. There we go. Oh, Nuno's running circles around us, huh? The team is struggling, we definitely need to carry in the mid and late game, but this build is perfectly equipped for that. By the way, right now we're just staying in lane until we force Jhin out of lane. So then we can push in the wave 1 additional time, making him lose more CS. We want to make the enemy bleed here. Nunu is coming. They're all coming. Or they just go for Dragon, yeah. I mean, right now our team is so weak, we just have to give up these Drakes. Pretty sure. Challenging a Nunu here is not a trivial task. Thresh flashed. Oh, Galio ults. We better respect that. I have to flash here. I have heal for Zyra if she needs it. She does. I have to cancel ult so Jhin doesn't get to hit me for free. We still did enough though. They should die to Akali. I'm backing her up. Ah, Jhin lives. Unlucky. And they got the Drake, of course, but I think we got... or we did what we could here. In that situation. I definitely want a base. I have so much AD to get with that recall. But I can push one more wave. You will never run out of mana for W with this, because Mana Flow Band also gives you % mana increase once you're low on mana. And this means by having a large mana pool, you'll regenerate even more rapidly when your mana is gone. It says here and has no W, but now it's there. Yeah, it's so fast. Anyway, we have to base. Jhin base, so we push the wave in, so he loses that as well. Yeah, 120 to 85. It's already starting to show. We get this, and now we need to save for BF Sword. Yeah, this is already 35 plus 40, a 75 AD item. We have 200 attack damage at 13 minutes, and we're not even fed or anything. We have 0 kills. This build is crazy. Now ult is... it's not a one-shot per se, but with a Zyra combo it does kill them. No questions asked. Oh, she takes my farm. Ah, how dare you. That's ward. Oh, top lane is in so much trouble. Plating is not even fallen and they're already inting. Okay, keep going. Ah, Zyra, come on. She could have rooted him easily, he was slowed by my E. He has no chance to dodge this, ever. Oh well, it happens. She didn't pay attention there and that's fine. She'll know it next time, hopefully. Keep poking. Now stacking tier is more easy because the upgrade to Mana Immune means auto attacks also stack it. We still have no reason to leave damage on the table. We can press E for that little bit of base damage, but more importantly the Arcane Comet. One Comet hit is, yeah, 63 damage already. It does add up. And in the late game it will be even more, of course, due to the scaling. Let's not get killed here. Got you, buddy. Ah. Yeah, I don't want to really take this 1v2. Or 1v3, Galio's here as well. But we're getting there, I'm scaling. These Qs start to hurt with all that AD. I could base for BF Sword, but I could also try to bait for Akali. Take one wave, then recall. If anyone tries to punish me farming, okay, Akali has shown herself. I'll base here. It's fine, the wave is in good enough spots. Jhin could technically freeze this, but at 15 minutes a freeze is not really dangerous anymore. God, the enemy is dangerous though. This will be a real fight in the mid and late game. But I'm down for the challenge. I definitely am. Come on, keep going. I have ults. If we need to. Okay, just covering her so she doesn't die. We might lose an extra Drake now. Maybe they are getting soul after all. That's nasty. But look at this damage. I just one-shot minions already. 250 AD at 17 minutes. And it's only getting up. More and more. Especially in the late game with Gathering Storm on top. Just scaring him a little bit. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay, might as well commit to killing Thresh as well. Oh, I don't even have to die here. Wait, we're fine. How did I not take 1 billion damage from the tower? I'm still dead. Okay, it happens. But all things considered, that situation went okay. Especially if we keep trading evenly, being behind right now, this brings us back into the game. You never want to trade evenly when you're ahead, because you just... percentage-wise, the gold difference between the teams shrink, even when you don't account for shutdown gold, which you still do have to do. Almost fully stacked Mana Immune, and we get our Mythic now. Top lane though. Nasty. By the way, in this game we definitely need healing reduction. We need healing reduction not only for Trundle, but also for Nunu. Both of them heal a lot. Especially AP Nunu, because the AP ratio on his heal. However, he doesn't have as much time to apply heal, or apply his Q multiple times, because he's squishier in general. In any case, we will keep stacking our tier. And it's fully stacked. Perfect. Let's fight. I'm down. Thresh hook on cooldown. That's important. I'll take this. Just gun down Nunu. What's he gonna do? Ignore dragons so he can't steal. He still gets hits. Nasty. Okay. At 3 Drakes now. We gotta prevent the soul. That's the big thing here. Next Drake we have to secure. Or next Drakes, plural. All of them. They get one more, we're in deep trouble. Yeah, Zhonya's bought him just enough time to go for his Consume Smite combo and secure Dragon for his own team. It happens. It happens. Let's recall. We got mid lane tower at least. Mid lane tower advantage also huge. This can cost in the game. Because we can... mid lane tower advantage is so easy to snowball. You can snowball this into many objectives. I'll go for the longsword and sit on 300. It's okay. Because now with mid lane tower gone, the minions are running down their base constantly, while they can't do the same to us, so we have full control over their jungle entrances. Should help with the next dragon if we can keep our own tower alive for that long. Okay, Nunu. You wanna die? So that's how you die. Yeah, he retreats. Akali with Static Shiv? Well, it seems to work for now, so no hate. I hope Olaf is fine. The damage he dealt with Comet is also quite crazy, actually. 1400. It really adds up. Almost 300 attack damage, by the way. And yeah, we just keep holding the mid lane. No reason to give them that tower. This tower puts a lot of pressure on them indirectly. Yo, Galio, you can't tank this forever. That crit on Jhin, he was barely out of range, but had this landed... Oh, what are you doing? Don't even need to ult there. He didn't respect Zyra's engage. What was that? Typical ADC int. This is why I would like to play ADC, so the ADC on my team doesn't do that unless I'm stupid. It's literally why I started to play ADC, because AD carry doing stuff like that in the mid and late game is just a death sentence. Oh, Thresh, what are... I guess they're tilted at this point. Oh no, I get my R cancelled. I died to Nunu ults. Wait, what? How did I live? I guess he couldn't channel it really, he died too quickly. Yeah, they all inted. Anyway, we can't rule them out still. They're still strong and they still have 3 dragons out of 3 so far. We're also overstaying right now, I should definitely base. And I will base here, it's not worth. Well, first let me take their jungle if it's up. The more I can steal from them, the better. Not only makes me stronger, but also them weaker. But yeah, let's just disengage here. Oh, goodness. I can't help. I'm too low. And haven't spent my gold yet. Is this a full item? Yep. Nice. Get the full shield bow right now. Quite massive. And next, we are gonna buy Mortar Reminder. Ah, oh, the team keeps fighting. No, 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 no. Am I there in time? Marvelous. That is so much damage there. Goodness gracious, I didn't respect it. But yeah, my team made the mistake of overstaying. But the enemy then over-chased them in return, so I could counter. But had I stayed with the team there and fought without having bought my items, we would have lost this so hard. My recalling and then rejoining the team was crucial. Now they lose Baron and they lose Dragon. Let's go. They recalled, they lost valuable time here. Get some mana back. Let's start it. We need to. Before they can regroup. Jhin is not with them yet. Let's just walk in. We can't let Nunu have this. If I die here, then I die. Okay, good enough. Look at this damage. And you can spam E too, because your quick blades gets it ready when you spam your autos as well. Okay, works. Yeah, the typical Misfortune play. When you can't, only when you can't auto anymore do you start ulting, because ult is your biggest ranged damage tool. Yeah, absolutely carrying right now. After the team entered early. We can't push more, they all respawn, we don't have a big wave. Top lane tower is fine though. We can take a little bit here. Olaf, please tank. Thank you. Yeah, we can take top lane tower, but then we have to recall. Let's not overstay. We don't want to throw. Don't want to make the same mistake twice. Spamping them back, so... Oh god, Lee Sin is going for it. That's not good. Almost 400 attack damage at 26 minutes. This build is crazy. I love it. You should definitely play it. Okay, they surrender, but, I mean, for more educational Misfortune stuff, you know where to find it. Click the link on your screen. Or AD carry stuff in general.